Good morning, Moni. I'm going to show you how to do this thing. So I am doing the plain pooling papaya red heart yarn. I am just cruising along. I've got some little diamonds going here, and I will show you how to do the stitches with this pooling yarn. So I just finished 3 chains or 3 moss stitches of the green. So there's the 1, the 2, the 3. My next stitch color needs to be down here, which is the turquoise, and that's what's on my hook here. So I chained 1, skipped 1 with my green, and then grabbed up the next color, which is a turquoise. I'm going to go ahead and put it right in there, grab it up, do a single crochet, chain 1, that's 1 stitch. The next one's going to be on top of the other turquoise one. Put my single crochet in there, chain 1, second color of turquoise. My third moss stitch is going to go in here on top of this turquoise one. So single crochet and chain 1. And then sometimes you're going to have a little bit left over before the color transition. So I'm going to have to go back and make these 3 turquoise ones a little more loose, because when I grab this color I want it to be solid pink, and right now it's got a little bit of the transition color. So I'm going to take these apart. It could be a little finicky, and then I'm just going to make them a little looser. So I'm going to leave that first one on there, and then this I'm just going to kind of bring it up a little bit, give it a little more room, and then I'm going to do my chain 1 but make it looser, and then go on top of the second one there. Oh, hold on. Yeah, so there's the 3, 1, 2, 3 green. Here's the turquoise, 1, 2. So this is on top of the second turquoise one there. Chain 1. And my third. And I'm going to grab that, kind of lift it up because it's still not getting, because where you want it to be on your hook is like right in here in the transition color. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep this like way loose, and then just grab that, and then there's my transition color. So pink is going to be my next stitch, and it's right here, right there. And so then I got my pink yarn here, and to make my first moss stitch I'm just going to go right in diagonal and grab my pink, and then go ahead and single crochet. And another thing, you want to kind of turn it around just to make sure you got both of the legs of this moss stitch all pink, so there's not any of this little weird transition color in there. Chain 1, single crochet. It's going to be right on top of your last pink one. See, I did a little of the transition color in there, and it'll show, but yeah, I'm not being perfect by any means. Okay, so do my single crochet, chain 1. My third pink is going to go in here. Go ahead and grab that, and see where my color's changing to the yellow from the pink. Can you see that transition there? That's where I'm going to go ahead and grab that, right where the color changes. So here, let me see if it'll show it. This lighting isn't the best, but right there is where the color is changing. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab that there, pull it through, chain 1. Okay, and so my next color needs to be, this yellow. But when you start doing these colors, they make, like all the kind of similar colors in here. So it might mess you up a little bit, but you just keep going. So I'm just going to do 3 of these little yellow guys. So single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1. See, here's my color change. Now it's changing to orange, so I'm grabbing it right where that weird ombre-ish is, pull it through, and then my next stitch is going to be the orange. See, it's over here, but I'm putting it right here, so it's going to be diagonal. So that's going to make our slants. So here we go, single crochet, chain 1, and then the next one's going to go right on top of that one, single crochet, chain 1. This color transition is going to be cool because it's going to go from this color to the blue, so you'll be able to see it a lot more better. My third stitch with this orange, single crochet, and look at right there's the blue. I'll undo that just so you can see how I grabbed that. So that's a nice color. This one's a good color transition. You can totally tell where to grab it. See right there? And then you want to make sure it's all the orange in there. So you want to grab onto this little spot for, you want your chain one ideally to be in that transition. Chain one, and then the next color is going to be that blue. See the blue right there, and then right here is where I'm going to put my first moss single crochet, chain one, to be diagonal to that blue one. My second blue, chain one, my third blue, chain one, and now I'm getting into the green color. And then we're going to go ahead and go to the next stitch, single chain one, single chain one, and single chain one, and that was all three colors of my greens. My next one's going to need to be the turquoise. See the turquoise down here? Kitty corner up here. I'm going to need this turquoise right there. And complete that. Single crochet, chain one, that's stitch one. This is going to go right on top of this turquoise one. Single crochet, chain one. And then my third turquoise one is going to go right here. Single crochet, and see there's still a lot left of this before the color transition. So I'm going to go back, take these out. It's all about your gauge too, so I'm going to go ahead and make this looser, pull that up a little more, go back in, my turquoise is here, and I'm going to put my turquoise here, kind of make it a lot looser, chain one, my second turquoise on top of the previous row's turquoise, chain one, my third turquoise in the sequence, a single crochet, and my transition yarn, I'm going to put it right there because that's where I want it, chain one. Now my pink's ready to go. Here's my pink in my previous row, and so my pink's going to go one ahead in this row. So single crochet, chain one, my second pink stitch, single crochet, chain one, my third pink stitch, single crochet, chain one, and then it changes the colors. So you want it to ideally change the colors when you're in your chain one spot. Then here's the yellow right here, and I'm going to put the yellow right here in the row above it because we're doing one ahead to stagger it. So there's my single crochet, chain one, second stitch, single crochet, chain one, and my third stitch is single crochet, chain one. Here's my transition color. Sometimes I'll just like, instead of taking it out, I'll kind of like just pull it a little tighter, give it a little more slack so I can grab it with the new color. And then it's still yellow on this side. And then here's that orange. So my orange is going to go right here. Single crochet, chain one was my first stitch, single crochet, chain one is my second, single crochet, chain one is my third. Here's my transition color. It's moving from this orange to the blue, so I'm going to kind of grab it right in the middle for my chain one. My next stitch is going to be a blue. Here it is down here, right here. I need to put it right there. Get my little stagger, so there it is. See, and these are only the two bottom stitches are what's going to show on your main part of your piece. So you just have to worry about that this one, you know, loopy part. So single crochet, chain one, single crochet, stitch two, single crochet, stitch three. And now it's transitioning into the green, and so my green is right here. I need to put my green right there. One single crochet, there it is. Chain one for first stitch, my second green, and my third green. And then it's going to transition to turquoise. And the turquoise is right there. So I need to put my turquoise, oh, actually, sorry, the turquoise is right there. So I need to put my turquoise right here. So there's my first moss 1, moss 2. Oh yeah, and this color seems like it goes a little longer. My moss 3, and see my color transition. There's a lot of yarn left, but I'm just going to go ahead and grab it right here and just do it like extra loose, and then just kind of hold it there because my next stitch needs to be pink. So right here I'm going to do my pink. Make sure that whole thing is pink on the front and the back. See, yep, still all pink there. Chain 1, my next one needs to be pink. And my third one needs to be pink. Now I'm getting to this end part, and then chain 1 is changing the color. It needs to be the yellow, so my moss stitch I'm going to sneak in here. Now this is where it kind of can get tricky. So you complete that one. I might have to frog it. And then you chain 2. 1, 2, turn your work. And now, so what you look at on this side is I need to put this, I need to make sure this orange color is in this stitch. So I'm going to have to figure out, so 1, 2, 2 moss stitches with this color. So let me see if it's going to work for me. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So I've got my my chain 1, or my single 1, chain 1, single 2, and it transitioned. So it's turned while I was doing that, so I'm going to do a little bit more snug. So I'm going to take it out, and boop, 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 and then just do it a little bit snugger instead of so loose. So let me go ahead and make this tight, a tighter single crochet here, go back into this stitch here, make my single crochet, pull it through. It still changed colors, but I did it kind of tight. Here, I'm going to take it out and do it a little more looser again. So I'm at my end where I chained my 2. I'm just going to pull this guy a little bit snugger. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into this and do my single crochet, chain 1, a little bit snugger, go back into here, my single crochet. See, it's already changing the color on here, pull through, but I'm checking the other side, and they are both yellow, so we are good. And chain 1, and then this orange needs to go into this stitch before this one on the row below. So there's that. Moss 1, moss 2, and moss 3. And there's my change of color into the blue. So there's the chain 1, and now it's blue. See, and then the blue's down here. So I need to make sure my blue is right here this time in this row ahead. Oh, see, I kind of got a little bit of that orange in that one. Oh well, so it's not perfect. So here's my moss stitch chain, or stitch 1, my moss stitch, stitch 2, my moss stitch, stitch 3. Now it's going to change to the green. See the green up here? I'm going to grab it like kind of loose over here and then just kind of pull it really loose through there, because this green needs to go here. And this is kind of when it gets a little jumbly, because it's going into kind of like a solid green-blue square for to make the diamond. So this is kind of, it looks a little tricky, but see, there's the green. Moss stitch 1, moss stitch 2. This is what was kind of messing me up when it was like all like the same colors. I was like getting all confused. But if you just like roll with it, if you make your start the way you're supposed to, it should just automatically kind of roll into those as long as you do your 3 stitches. So what do I got? 1, 2, I need to do one more for the green, and then it's going to transition into the turquoise, and my next stitch is here, so the one prior to that is the turquoise. Yeah, so you just kind of keep going on like that. 1, 2, 3 turquoise, and then my transition to the pink. Make it really loose, because I could go back and just frog these and just make them all looser, but it works out if you just kind of wing it a little bit just to make sure pink is now your next color, because here's your previous row. See, I muddied up that one too, so maybe I should just go back and frog and make sure it's not gonna, you know, mucky up a little bit, but I'll just do it for video purpose. So I just loosen this turquoise up because I need to use up more of that. My single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1. So that was my 3. Oh, sorry, Ellie's over here licking. 1, 2, 3 turquoise. My next color is pink. Oh, it looks like a little heart. So there's the pink on my hook. So I'm going to go in, do my single crochet, chain 1. Then the next one's going to be pink on top of pink, so that one's pretty easy, but yeah, see, I messed that up. I wonder if I can go underneath and kind of rig it that way. I'm going to do it. I'm going to cover up my mistake. There we go, single crochet, chain 1. It didn't really cover it up, but whatever. Alright, then my third pink is right here. Single crochet, and the transition color is on my hook there. Chain 1, because my next, oh, this is another where it's going to be a solid square, so it's all going to kind of look jumbled up in the same. But the next one's going to be yellow, because here's your yellow down here. So your next stitch in here needs to be yellow as well, because it's kitty corner. So there's chain, or single crochet, chain 1, that's moss 1, moss 2, moss 3, and my transition color is right here on my hook, because the next color needs to be that orange right there. So boop, my single crochet, and right in here we go in and we grab our orange. Ta-da! Moss stitch 1, moss stitch 2, moss stitch 3, and here's our color transition on my hook, going from that orange to the blue. Pull it through because blue is right here, and I need to put my blue right here. So that's about it. So there's my stitch 1, my stitch 2, my stitch 3, chain 1, green's my next color. It's going to go right here because there's a green right there. My stitch 1, my stitch 2, and my stitch 3. It's going to change to turquoise.